Well, hello everyone. My name is Steve Samuel from Design Visionaries, and happy almost 2025. I'm doing this little video on one of the last days of 2024, and I'm actually looking forward to 2025. I'm going to be as incredibly positive as I possibly can, and hopefully make lots of progress. Today I'd like to show you a really nice technique. In tools, there's a thing called fastener assembly, and a lot of folks that I know don't really use it. It's incredibly powerful, and in many cases, the best way to start is with a hole series. So I'm going to, I've got a piece of wood here, and I've got these brackets. I'm going to create a hole series that goes right through this piece of wood and into these brackets. As you can see, I've already created a counterbore hole that goes through this leg and through this green bracket. But just to show you how it all works, I'm going to go to the hole series. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to navigate to the tabletop, because when you do a hole series, you have to navigate to the first piece of geometry that your hole is going to go through. So here I am in the hole command, and right here is the hole series. I love the hole series. And what I'm going to do is a counterbore hole that's based on a 1/4 inch hole diameter. And I'm going to place one right here on the top of the wood when it allows, right there. When I place holes, I like to then go to the sketcher, because the sketcher enables me to position the holes just the way I want, and it'll throw me into the plan view. Awesome. And then I can put another hole right there. And I know that the best location for my hole is if I have 1 inch away from this edge here, and 1 inch away from this edge here. There's a lot of processing of this wood grain going on, so this is it's reacting a little bit slowly. That's okay. So there we go. I'm going to put those holes there. So 2 inch, 2 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. Good. Close. Say finish. All right. So now what it's going to do is it's going to pop those holes in. The holes go into the start, if you will. And what it's asking me to do now is go through the sheet metal part. So what I do is I click on the end command, end, and I select the sheet metal part. I'm in the assembly now. And of course, I had made the top table my work part. And I'm going to now do a through body screw clearance hole. And what's going on? Oh, I selected the wrong body, so I'm going to hold my finger on the shift key and deselect. I wanted to select this one under here. There we go. The one to subtract, and I'm going to go through body, and it's given me a little bit of spilkus here. It's saying unable to create tool body, but I know from experience that it's going to do it just fine. But before I continue, I want you to make sure that you take away the chamfers, because the fastener assembly doesn't interact with the chamfers very well. So at the start and at the end, you have these chamfers. I'm going to take them away. So it's just start chamfer, end chamfer. I'm taking all the chamfers off, and then say OK. And it will think a little bit, and it will give us a nice set of holes. So there's the hole in the wood, and there's the corresponding hole in the sheet metal bracket. All right, beauteous. Now, what's next? So next I go to the tools function, and I go to fastener assembly. And the fastener assembly is really smart, because I have these different fasteners to choose from. I'm just going to go with the standard. I could go into the library and select different fasteners, but I'm going to go with just what's there by default. And what you'll notice is if I select the 1/4-inch holes, and it says start face, end face, it's smart enough to go through and select the end face of my bracket, and then I simply say OK. When I say OK, it's telling me it's going to do a hex bolt, a top, a washer, another washer on the bottom, a bottom bolt, and a nut rather, a bottom nut. And it's showing me the preview, so that's fantastic. And I simply say OK, and it goes off and it does its cool thing. And what you'll see is now it has these screws right here, the corresponding washers in here, and the nuts and the corresponding washers on the bottom. Fantastic. So that's a really nice thing. If I were to hell-bent on finishing this, I would do 2 more holes here, maybe mirror them, and then I would just go back into the fastener assembly and I would select them. But I'll show you that since this piece of geometry is actually longer than the top plate, when I select these holes right there and right there, and I say OK, and I say OK, then it's giving me a different set of fasteners that are long enough to go through and meet that bracket. So this is a very, very powerful tool. And again, this is my Happy New Year 2025 edition. Finally, I'll go into the display and show you the Ray Trace Studio. That should be interesting. And now the computer is going to do a lot of little calculating, and we'll see what happens. Look at that. Happy New Year 2025. May it be the best year that you've ever experienced. Again, my name is Steve Samuel from Design Visionaries. This video has been about the whole series and the fastener assembly that's available to you in NX. It's really powerful. Give it a try. Please like and subscribe and do everything that you can to have a very, very wonderful 2025. I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.